Adakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavansha Shri Raghunatham Vitam Stam Sajivam Sadvaitam Sarvadutam Harijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitam Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhakta-vrinda Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Pariprajakacharya Stotra Satasri Srimad Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. ISKCON Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Pariprajakacharya Stotra Satasri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai. Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Jai. Prem Se Kaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shiva Sadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai. Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopa Gopinath Shamakunda Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Jai. Vrindavan Dham Ki Jai. Navadvip Dham Ki Jai. Jamuna Mai Ki Jai, Ganga Mai Ki Jai, Tulsi Devi Ki Jai, Bhakti Devi Ki Jai, Samveta Bhakta Vrinda Ki Jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Hare Krishna, my dear devotees. I will read from I'll Build You a Temple, the Juhu story. Chapter entitled, Opening the Temple, a Promise Fulfilled. grand opening. In Vrindavan, Prabhupada had instructed us to organize the temple opening the way Maharaj Yudhisthira had organized the Rajasuya sacrifice, with a prominent person in charge of each department. As stated in the Krishna book, King Yudhisthira arranged to perform the Rajasuya sacrifice. He invited all the qualified Brahmins and sages to take part and appointed them to different positions as priests in charge of the sacrificial arena. End quote. Devotees came for the opening from around the world. Rameshwar, as the trustee for the North American BBT, based in Los Angeles, gave Mukunda $3,000 and free rein to promote the event. Mukunda recalled, "So, using the money he gave me, I took a flight from Los Angeles to New York, and I went to a street-side copy shop on 6th Avenue and made printouts of the slides I had of the Juhu temple, some of which were truly magnificent. I then took an Air India flight to New Delhi and got a list of all the foreign media located there." Quote, "At the office of the New York Times, the bureau chief was very friendly and had a copy of the Macmillan edition of Bhagavad Gita as it is on his bookshelf. I then visited a few more people, including some Australian media and the ABC television bureau chiefs, and I left printouts of the Juhu temple with all of them. A few days later, I visited a news representative named Ramanujan. He said he thought that the Juhu temple opening would make a good story for Newsweek magazine. And he also wanted to publish another article, quote, 'Hare Krishna is here to stay.'" He was very favorable. A photographer named Jahangir Gazdar was eager to take photographs of the events at the temple. In Bombay, working with Gopal Krishna and others, I met many people eager to promote the event. And the Indian Express published a 2-page article with the headline stating that A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami was the greatest ambassador of Indian culture to the world. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Most of the people I visited in Delhi actually came for the opening, from the New York Times, Australian television, ABC News, and others. Barry came from Newsweek, flew in from Hong Kong. Most of them stayed at the nearby Holiday Inn. Apparently, their bosses thought the event was important enough to justify their flying to Juhu. End quote. We gave Mukunda a room in the guest house for the media people to keep their cameras and other gear, and assisted by Abhinanda, he organized gift packets for them. As per Srila Prabhupada's instructions, the installation of the deities was performed by a combination of Brahmins and Prabhupada's disciples. There was one procedure for installing the new deities and one for moving the already installed deities of Shri Shri Radha Rasabihari to their new location. Different senior devotees sat with different small Utsav deities. I was with Sita Devi. Interviewing me for the Back to Godhead article, Dravida asked if I could tell how I got involved in the Bombay project. Quote, I replied, quote, in March of 1972, Srila Prabhupada asked me to take charge. This was 1 month after we had gotten possession of the land at Juhu. At first, we were living in a hut. It was really difficult, but eventually we built an additional floor on top of some apartment buildings that were already on the land, and we moved up there. From the beginning, Srila Prabhupada emphasized that this project was for spreading Krishna consciousness. Often when he came to Bombay, he would ask us how the rooms were being used, and he was very critical if we were not making full use of each room. The point was that every available facility should be used for spreading Krishna consciousness. Then Dravida asked, what were some of the highlights of those early days? I replied, as soon as we got possession of the land, which we named Hare Krishna land, Srila Prabhupada had us put up a pandal and hold a big Hare Krishna festival. We brought the deities, Radha Rasabihari ji, from our temple in the city, and every night hundreds of people came to hear Srila Prabhupada speak and chant Hare Krishna with us, and take in a Krishna conscious drama or musical performance. It was then that we started seeing how right Prabhupada had been in making Juhu Beach the site for the temple and cultural center. We could hardly sleep for nights before the grand opening. There was so much to do, and we were so excited. Many devotees had participated in the effort, but I also began to notice that some of our leaders preferred to work with or accommodate only their friends. Tamal Krishna commented that we had entered a new era. During Prabhupada's time, we had all worked together for his pleasure. Now, many devotees would return to their home countries and cities to be in the places where, and among people with whom, based on their conditioning, they felt most comfortable. Still, generally, everyone cooperated nicely and worked hard to publicize and organize the event. Finally, the big day arrived. Makar Sankranti, January 4th, 1978, exactly 2 months after Srila Prabhupada's disappearance. Visitors started streaming through the gates from early in the morning, and our local supporters, who had stood by Prabhupada and the devotees through thick and thin, throughout all the years of struggle against so much opposition, were there to relish the triumphant occasion. Altogether, 15,000 people attended the inaugural function. The temple was decorated with elaborate flower arrangements, including festoons of marigolds strung from the large chandelier hanging from the center of the ceiling of the Darshan Mandap to the pillars and balconies at the perimeter of the hall. When the conch shells sounded and the doors opened to reveal the deities in their new home, the devotees were overwhelmed with joy. Pundarik Vidyanidhi remembered, he's our godbrother who lives in Alachua now. Pundarik Vidyanidhi remembered, Rasabihari had such a big smile. That was one time when I saw that the deity was really alive. He had such a big smile on his face when the doors opened. A row of ornate chairs, like thrones, had been arranged for the special guests. Sri Vasant Dada Patil, the Chief Minister of Maharashtra. To his left, Sri Prabhudas Patwari, Governor of Tamil Nadu, and to his left, Sri Raj Narayan, Union Minister of Health and Family Welfare. To his left was Tamal Krishna, and to the Chief Minister's right was Sri Dharam Singh Dadubai Desai, Member of Parliament. I sat on the right at the end of the row. Yeah, so here's some pictures. The top one shows, all these dignitaries, Tamal Krishna Goswami sitting down, and Raj Narayan standing up, and Prabhudas Patwari, Vasant Dada Patil, and D.D. Desai and me, and a picture of Srila Prabhupada. And then, a picture of the packed temple room, and Governor Patwari cutting the ribbon to inaugurate the auditorium, and then a performance in the new auditorium.
Haribo!
My heart was pounding with excitement. Scenes from the years of struggles flashed through my mind, and now it was actually happening. Shri Radha Rasabihari's new temple was about to open. How I wished Srila Prabhupada could have been personally present to relish the occasion and to bless the honored guests, the throngs of visitors, and his disciples, who had labored so long and hard to bring us to this stage with his divine instructions. But Krishna had another plan. We were to experience Prabhupada's presence even in separation and assume the responsibilities for which he had so carefully and patiently trained us all those years. I prayed that everything would go well, that there wouldn't be any mishaps or missteps, and that in my nervousness, I wouldn't balk or bungle anything. And as we had realized so vividly, I knew that at every step, I was completely dependent on Srila Prabhupada's mercy. I had arranged for a framed painting of Srinathji to be installed to appeal to his followers. We have that there. Who were mainly Gujaratis, and I gave the honor of unveiling it to Sri Didi Desai, who had helped us in many ways. In his talk, Chief Minister Patil said that all people should follow Lord Krishna's advice in the Bhagavad Gita for eternal peace and happiness. Raj Narayan spoke in appreciation of the devotees, saying, "It is amazing to me that now Westerners have taken to the Indian culture just when we are losing it." Governor Patwari spoke extensively about the temple's universal value and appeal. Quote, "I deem it a blessing to be associated with solemn function. The Krishna consciousness movement is a divine spark, a movement which is meant to give peace and happiness to millions of people all over the world. So I welcome the construction of this temple and the opening of the Bhaktivedanta Center of Vedic Culture in this great cosmopolitan city of Bombay, where people of all races, nationalities, castes, and communities, high and low, live in amity. I have no doubt that this Vedic institution will proclaim to the world that here flourishes a great movement which has become the symbol of eternal religion, Sanatan Dharma. Krishna appeared like a common cowherd boy, and therefore he is attractive to the common man. Numerous incidents of his life, from childhood onward, revealed how easily he destroyed evil forces and brought success for the good. Now the Krishna consciousness movement has become an international movement, and this is due to the spiritual stature of Sri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who with single-minded devotion, dedication, and love for humanity spread the gospel of Sri Krishna from continent to continent. Through the exalted mission of Swamiji, the life and teachings of Lord Krishna have inspired millions of men and women throughout the world. The departure of this great world teacher of God consciousness is a severe loss for the whole world, but I am sure he will continue to guide the Krishna consciousness movement through his teachings as he was guided by Lord Krishna. And Governor Patwari went on to speak extensively. He spoke very beautifully, very intelligently. But for the sake of time, I won't read it all, but I'll just come to the last paragraph of his talk. Let us, on this occasion, make a solemn resolve to strengthen the Krishna consciousness movement by untiringly spreading the teachings of Lord Krishna through many languages to all people in all the nooks and corners of the world. In this way, by our genuine devotion to Krishna and by our austerities, we may create an international climate of peace and happiness and lay the foundation for a religious order acceptable to all on the basis of universal love and brotherhood. He really understood Srila Prabhupada's mission. May we all chant Hare Krishna to purify our hearts and minds, and may Lord Krishna shower his blessings on humanity and make our humble endeavors a success. The next day, Sunday, we had a massive festive Harinam Sankirtan on Juhu Beach with hundreds of devotees, many carrying orange flags that blew in the wind, with a framed photo and a small brass deity of Srila Prabhupada in the front of the procession. There were even fireworks launched from coconut shells, making loud popping noises and flashes in the sky. One of the first-time visitors, a lawyer, R.K. Maheshwari, later initiated as Mahaprabhu Das, later remembered hearing about the opening day. Quote, I was playing cards at Car Gymkhana, a well-known club in this area, and all of a sudden I saw a newspaper with a full-page advertisement about the Hare Krishna temple opening that day. So I thought, how much money do these people have? A full-page advertisement in the Times of India? Being a Marwari, I always thought of everything in terms of money. Then I decided, let me see what this place is. And I immediately drove to the Juhu temple. At the gate, they asked me, have you got a pass or invitation card? Vaijanti Mala is giving a dance performance, and the hall is booked. And Raj Narayan, Union Minister, and Patwari Governor are coming for the inauguration. So there's a big crowd, and only important people are invited today. Is this a temple or what? I asked. Well, today is inauguration day, the devotee replied. So I approached another devotee, an Indian, Ram Tulsi. He was telling a group of visitors that, like fish out of water, in the material world, nobody is happy. You are searching happiness in the wrong atmosphere. The Gita has confirmed that this material world is dukhalayam, a place of misery. The visitors were asking about the temple, why these foreigners were so much interested in Indian culture. We are having some doubt, one said, because when the British came to India, now most of the people here are American. They are coming in the guise of religion and teaching us our Sanatan Dharma. We cannot understand all this. We know Krishna very well. But Ram Tulsi was speaking philosophically. If you want to be happy, he told them, connect yourself with Lord Krishna by chanting the holy name of the Lord. That is the connection. And if you chant the holy name of the Lord, wherever you may be, whatever situation, you will be blissful. I'm not talking happiness. You may be happy, you may not be happy. But blissful is something different. I cannot explain to you what is spiritual bliss. You have to experience. So yes, that much I understood. That's Mahaprabhu Das speaking. I wanted to know more. I wanted to go inside. So I found some stairs and I got to the second floor and saw the program. I spent the whole day in the temple and the next day too. And I came regularly thereafter. I could see that these people were genuine, and I made up my mind that I wanted to get involved with their institution and become a life member. My membership card was signed by the temple president, Giriraj Das Brahmachari. I was keen to get his association, and once I met him, that changed the lifestyle of this practicing lawyer of the Bombay High Court. For me, that was a total change. I had been so much involved in material things that when my wife would go to a temple, I would sit in the car. I was never interested to go to any temple because my impression of temples was that they were all cheats, fooling people and making money, and not following any rules or regulations or properly guiding people, just making a business. But all that changed with my first visit to Hare Krishna land on the day of the grand opening. Poonam Thakur, who happens to be visiting Bombay right now. Poonam Thakur, the daughter of two of our early life members and supporters in Juhu, recalled, I remember as a child being in the old temple and looking up at the tin roof and wondering, how come these beautiful Radha Krishna deities are in such a humble place? I had no idea of the struggles being endured by the devotees for the grand Juhu temple. A couple of years later, when I saw the temple after its opening, my eyes grew large in amazement and awe. What a magnificent temple for their lordships. Mukunda remembered, after the grand opening, I took a stroll down Juhu Road, thinking that Srila Prabhupada would be very pleased. I felt that somehow or other, even though he was no longer physically present, the movement was going on. Then back to God had described the temple, but again, for the sake of time, I won't read it, but it's a nice description. Then at the end, the article says, at the New Bombay Center, India's rich spiritual culture can express itself in a thoroughly modern setting. The January 30th edition of Newsweek magazine carried nearly a full page about the opening in color, a rare feature for the time, with the heading, Krishna by the Sea. At the top of the page was an image of the diorama of Srila Prabhupada standing in Tompkins Square Park, next to a photo of the new temple and guest house with the caption, Rags to Riches. Diorama of Swami teaching, $2 million complex. The article stated, the rituals performed were as old as India itself. The Sanskrit chants, the sacrificial fire, the bathing of the marble deities in water, but the celebration was essentially American. For 3 days last week, several hundred saffron-robed U.S. members of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness descended on a fashionable beach resort in suburban Bombay to dedicate their $2 million temple complex, complete with hotel, library, theater, and neon signs that flash such blessings as, your life will be sublime. The affair was aimed at establishing a legitimacy for the Krishna consciousness movement, founded in a storefront 12 years ago by Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, who passed away last November. Today, the movement numbers only 10,000 devotees, half of them in the U.S. Still, the sect, which forbids meat, alcohol, tobacco, and illicit sex, claims to earn close to $20 million a year, largely from the sales of the prolific Swami's writing. At the bottom was a photo of the procession on Juhu Beach and one of a devotee speaking at the foot of Prabhupada's Vyasasana. The caption read, spreading the Swami's word, a joyous procession on the beach, a devotee lecturing in the temple. At the front of the procession was a portable seat with a photo and a small brass deity of Srila Prabhupada, and standing near the deity, I was fanning him with a chamara, yak tail whisk. The devotee preaching in the temple was Tamal Krishna. At the front of the magazine was a small photo with the caption, Barry came with a Krishna follower, Gopal Krishna, and a preview of the main article. I thought how perfectly Krishna or Srila Prabhupada had arranged everything. There I was, fanning Prabhupada, happy in my position as his simple servant. And there was Tamal Krishna, sitting behind one of Prabhupada's books, his right arm extended, preaching forcefully on Prabhupada's behalf, his natural position. And Gopal Krishna, who always worked with the media, was shown with the reporter. It all seemed perfect. How happy Prabhupada would have been to see the coverage. How major news media were recognizing and appreciating his and ISKCON's progress from rags to riches. I could just picture Prabhupada smiling broadly, his eyes wide open, beaming with pleasure. Prabhupada engaged us, his disciples, and so many others in devotional service authorized by the principles of Scripture and the instructions of previous spiritual masters. In developing Hare Krishna land, he did so on a grand scale, and after his departure, by his mercy, we were left with tremendous challenges of work and responsibility for our own spiritual benefit and for the benefit of all those who would associate with the temple. Along with Srila Prabhupada's desires as a preacher, he had his personal commitment and service to Sri Sri Radha Rasabihari. Quote, "My dear sir," he had told them, "you just stand here and I will build you a temple." What a struggle it was, but he did it. He fulfilled his promise. He built them a temple. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Shri Shri Radha Rasabihari ki jai. So thank you for listening so patiently and attentively. So we have about 10 minutes left. If any of you want to ask any questions or make any comments, share any reflections. Yes?
Hare Krishna. Thank you very much, Maharaj. Maharaj, we have heard different versions about how Sri Sri Radha Rasabihari manifested in Bombay before coming here, Akash Ganga building. So, how did we get these details, or how did Radha Rasabihari came to ISKCON?
Oh, well, Sri R.D. Birla donated 6 pairs of white marble Radha Krishna deities to ISKCON. And Sri Sri Radha Rasabihari were one of those 6 pairs of deities. Sri Sri Radha Govinda in Calcutta were also one of those pairs. Yeah. Yeah, the Birla family helped us a lot. Yeah. Yes. Devakinanda.
6 DT. Mr. Birla sponsor 6 pair DT or 6 DT?
Well, pair means Radha and Krishna.
Right.
So he sponsored 6 Radha Krishna deities.
Only 6, not 6 pair. 6 pairs. Yeah, so you said one is Radha Rasabihari, other is Radha Govinda, and where are 4 others? That's what I want to know.
Oh, I don't remember exactly.
Is Kishori also one of them?
Could be. Yeah, could be.
Because they said it changed something with the Juhu. Kishori was supposed to be here, and something I heard long ago.
I don't know about that, but yeah. I mean, usually we have the name of Radha first, like Radha Rasabihari, Radha Govinda. But Kishore, Kishori, we have Krishna's name first. So someone asked Srila Prabhupada about it, and he said he was saving the best for last. Kishore, Kishori.
I didn't understand, Maharaj, the last part you said.
He was saving the best for last. Kishore, Kishori, so he's saying Kishori's the best.
Thank you. In 4 years, we'll be celebrating the 50th anniversary of the opening. What do you anticipate the event to be like?
Can you repeat the question?
Yes, in 4 more years,
Yeah.
we'll be celebrating the 50th anniversary.
Oh, yes.
What do you anticipate it being like in 4 years?
It'll be great, it'll be glorious, it will be well attended. Krishna willing, I'll be here then, and you may be too. Yeah. Yeah, 50 years. It's a big occasion. Sorry? Yeah.
I'm just confirming. Srila Prabhupada said he wanted many billboards in this city. When he first said it, it was to advertise his books. He wanted billboards advertising his books. Definitely for the 50th anniversary, we should flood the city with banners, billboards.
Yeah.
Take over the whole city. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. I would like to elaborate on what you're saying from rags to riches. When Srila Prabhupada, Bhavananda Prabhu, he told me, he was sitting with Prabhupada in the straw hut in Mayapur. And Prabhupada was talking about the temple of the planetarium, huge temple. And Bhavananda Prabhu said, Srila Prabhupada, we have hardly money to pay for the sabji. How are we going to build such a huge temple? And then Prabhupada said, here it is. All you have to do is to satisfy Madhava. Our Madhava is the husband of the goddess of fortune. If you satisfy Madhava, goddess of fortune will shower you with money. And that was Prabhupada's modus operandi, the way how he achieved everything, simply by the mercy of Krishna. Srila Prabhupada.
Wonderful, beautiful.
Prabhupada, above everything else, came to this universe to write these books. And from the sales, he built this Hare Krishna movement. He built 100 temples from this money from his book sales. The money that America sent for this amazing, I don't even want to say it's a Vaikuntha temple, it's more than that, came from his book sales. He built this movement through the BBT, and as you said, Lakshmi Devi showered the money down. Hare Krishna.
Transcendental Book Distribution, Ki Jai.
Hare Krishna.
His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj ki. So in establishing the temple, His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj and His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj played a major role. There was a struggle to get BMC permission to make a temple. and His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj and His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj, every day he used to go by train to Church Gate, Mantralaya, to get the permission. Very nice to have both of them here. Welcome, His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj.
I was hearing your reading today, and as Governor Patwari, you should regularly come and see Prabhupada in Vrindavan. Patwari.
The governor, Maharaj is saying, the governor who came here, he would regularly come to see Prabhupada in Vrindavan.
Prabhudas Patwari, Governor of Tamil Nadu. I know him from that.
And we invited Raj Naran. At that time, he was a hero in India.
We invited Mr. Raj Narayan because he was hero at the time.
He defeated Indira Gandhi in the election.
He defeated Indira Gandhi in the elections.
He became a hero in India.
He was an hero at the time, defeated Indira Gandhi.
He did a great job in presenting that book.
You have done a great job in presenting this book. Haribol! So I have some. So this book, I will build you a temple, the Juhu story. From the very beginning of establishment of Krishna consciousness in Bombay, in culminating the grand opening of this wonderful, marvelous marble palace that Srila Prabhupada promised for Shri Radha Rasabihari. It is full there. His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj very accurately recorded everything. From the very beginning of Srila Prabhupada, seeing the land, making a sale agreement, establishing a temporary shed temple, and then cancellation of the agreement, and the BMC trying to demolish the structure, and the stay of the demolition order. Then Prabhupada, how he pursued to get the land, finally getting the land, and getting the permission to build the temple, and then building the temple, and to build the temple. Yes. To build the temple, we also have fortunately Rameshwar Prabhu here on the order of Srila Prabhupada. He kept sending the money to build the temple. He is also here. We are very also thankful to his Rameshwar Prabhu.
It just finally hit me why Prabhupada said that we are sister temples. Because Prabhupada empowered His grace, Sri Gopal Krishna Maharaj, to establish the India BBT right here. And he was giving direction for these two BBTs to always cooperate together. So we are like brothers, the temples are like sisters. And I am your eternal servant. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Swami, can I read one more incident? Can I bring up some older incidents?
Maharaj is requesting he can say more incidences.
Well, I'll just read from what His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami, it's an excerpt from his sort of introduction to the book, or forward. Srila Prabhupada spent more time in Bombay, 554 days, than in any other city in the world.
Oh.
And that indicates the significance of the Juhu project and of this book. In I'll Build You a Temple, Giriraj Maharaj has translated his long years of commendable involvement in the leadership of ISKCON Juhu, as well as his intense desire to serve Srila Prabhupada's instruction to him to write, into a riveting, thoughtful, and inspiring book. I welcome you all to take a dip in the nectarian pastimes of Sri Sri Radha Rasabihari and Juhu, which glorify their pure devotee, Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for writing that beautiful message. And then there's one quote from Srila Prabhupada here on the back. It was a good fight. Someone should write a book about it. It is worth writing history.
Hare Krishna. I didn't feel qualified to say anything amongst all of you, particularly Giriraj Maharaj. I was thinking we should call him Juhu Maharaj. From the very beginning, when I came here with Srila Prabhupada, it was such a struggle. That's why he spent so many days here for that fight. I've been in Vrindavan for the last 4 years, and we know Vrindavan, the deity worship, is unexcelled anywhere, but being here today in front of Sri Sri Radha Rasabihari, I have to say I feel embarrassed. The level of what's going on here, I can see Srila Prabhupada's smile, and as our godbrother said on the opening day, the smile of Sri Sri Radha Rasabihari can be seen by everyone. What has happened here is, by Prabhupada's grace, is the most wonderful thing. Yeah.
Aye.
So I have a few announcements. First is the book I Will Build You a Temple is available. If you have not got one, you can get one. And Maharaj will be personally autographing it in the courtyard. There is a book table. Also newly launched book. He has got the pen ready. He came with the pen. So Dancing White Elephant, the newly launched book, that is also available. That also contains traveling with Srila Prabhupada to various places, Bombay, Indore, Gorakhpur, Delhi, Vrindavan, Madras, Mayapur, Calcutta, all those places. That book is also available. You can get if you'd like, and then get it autographed. And the evening program today is as follows. At 4:30 p.m. there will be Dwajarohan, the hoisting of the flag atop the temple domes. And at 6 p.m. there will be Maha Abhishek. Maha Abhishek of all the deities on the altar, 6 p.m. And after the Abhishek, there will be an evening program on the terrace, even on earth terrace, at 7:30 p.m. In that program, all the galaxy of Vaishnavas here, Prabhupada disciples, His Holiness Giriraj Maharaj, His Holiness Gopalakrishna Goswami Maharaj, Shrutakirti Prabhu, Rameshwar Prabhu, Prithu Prabhu, Tattvavit Prabhu, all of them will be giving some speech. It's going to be a wonderful program, so don't miss. After the Abhishek, please proceed to the Heaven on Earth terrace, and the entry from the basement ramp. Bol raha hu, speech hone ke baad hai na? So entry from the basement ramp, so be there. And also, after the speeches, there is a wonderful drama, Srila Prabhupada Ka Jadoo, the magic of Srila Prabhupada, the pastime that happened in Hare Krishna land. What it is? Suspense. So 8:45 p.m. 8:45 p.m. after the speeches, there will be this drama by IYF, headed by Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu, and thereafter there will be feast prasadam on the terrace itself. So please don't miss Abhishek and terrace program. Hare Krishna. All of you are requested to be there, 7:30 p.m. Please. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Shri Shri Radha Rasabihari Ji ki, Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ki, Shri Shri Gaurnitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Nitai Gaura Premanande. His Holiness Giriraj Swami Maharaj will be coming back. He will be in the courtyard. So those who want to get the books autographed, please proceed to courtyard. Hare Krishna.